Hi, everybody. This is Ernesto, licensed marriage and family therapist, and I am the promotional director for OC-CAMFT. And I have Dr. Scott Nelson.
Nelson. Yes.
Yes, and he is tell me a little bit more about you and your organization.
Well, I have the privilege of being this year's president of the Orange County Psychological Association. This would be my sixth.
That's what I wanted to say. You are the president.
Yes, I have the gavel this year.
Yes.
And I've previously been treasurer and secretary. Pardon me. So I've been around on the board and with the leadership team at OCPA for a number of years now. And so very pleased to have a moment to speak with all of you who are watching and listening, and to enthusiastically invite you to join us for this summer HOOPLA events. Our organization, we're about 250 strong, but there are an awful lot of MFTs and LCSWs. There are more of you than there are of us. So there's a lot of enthusiasm amongst my colleagues in OCPA for this event. To anyone's memory, we've never actually done a joint networking and social mixer with our brethren and sistren in the OC chapter of CAMFT. So there's a lot of excitement on our end, and we're really looking forward to making new friends, making new connections, expanding our professional footprint. It's a small field, and it's all about who knows you. What better way than to get out there and make some new colleagues? And it's good for the profession, and it's good for everyone involved.
Absolutely. And so, we were talking offline that, the part of this event is to really connect the profession. And you said earlier that it is a time to come together, and it's good for our profession. And tell us a little bit more about some of the things that you offer your members, and let's go with that.
Well, there are a number of membership benefits depending on one's level of involvement and on where you're at in your career. Let's start with those who are just now emerging into the field. We place a lot of emphasis on helping new clinicians integrate successfully into the professional community. That's one of our major initiatives. It has been for years, and it's ramped up even more so in the last couple of years. We welcome with open arms and at a discounted rate graduate students in doctoral programs for psychology, and also those who are recently finished their doctorate but are not yet licensed. We have a dedicated standing committee for specifically dedicated to grad student and early career psychologists. And new for this year, that also includes our new initiative that we've rolled out, a mentor matching program, where we take folks who are brand new out of grad school and looking to get their feet wet, connect with somebody, but who are looking for guidance perhaps in a specific area of practice or a specific locale, specific treatment modality, or area of professional activity, what have you. And so for the first time this year, in addition to this committee that we've had for years now, we're also rolling that out. And so far, so good. We've got our first round of matches complete, and we're looking to ramp up the next one as the fall semester continues.
I think that's incredibly innovative. I remember going out or leaving grad school thinking, what now? And having a mentorship program for pre-licensed clinicians, it's just incredibly valuable.
It's a way to get some one-on-one time between somebody who's new and somebody who's been to the rodeo a few times, with regard to areas of specific mutual interest between those two people. But above and beyond that, we routinely have networking and social events and trainings and things like that, where we welcome grad students and early career folks with open arms. We'll occasionally do a panel discussion with experts in various aspects of the profession. We've done that a few times in the last few years at Argosy. It's always very well attended. So outreach to the new folks is a big part of what we do. But that's not all we do, of course. Probably apart from that aspect of OCPA, the biggest benefit that one has as a member is the ability to connect instantly with other members via the listserv. The ability to reach out for a consultation or a referral or a thorny ethical question, and within moments or hours get back knowledgeable feedback from your colleagues in the community. This is the thing that consistently our membership tells us they rate as their #1 favorite benefit of being a member of OCPA. And then the other major benefit is our acclaimed and very successful continuing education series. Dr. Schwartz and Ladowdy, who co-chair our CE committee, they've been on the case for many years now. They've got so much game when it comes to finding talented, motivating, knowledgeable speakers and packing our calendar consistently with great CE events, many of which are also open to master's level practitioners.
Yes. Yes, and I'm glad that that was my next question, the continuing education, because I know that that is a big piece that where we as mental health professionals, MFTs, LCSWs can come and join with you. That I
Sure.
know that you guys offer the CEU component to this.
We do, and we tend to attract, for an organization of our size, our chapter size, we attract some talented folks, some really knowledgeable, well-regarded speakers, and that's just part of our regular year-long CE program. But we also, in the last 4 years, we've started having our own annual convention as well, which is a day-long affair with speakers of note who congregate to speak on a particular theme or topic area. Last year was multiculturalism in psychology. This year our emphasis is on couples work.
Wow.
And so we've got some very active folks on the convention committee who really pull out the stops to make it a real event for us. Bearing in mind, an organization of our size, only in the 250 member range or so, you don't find too many state chapters of that size who are able to muster the wherewithal to put on our convention. So I want to really tip my hat to the folks at OC-CAMFT who are doing that. Dr. Ralph HOOPLA in particular, who's chaired it for the last 4 years.
Yeah, this is going to be an amazing resource for our community, and this is my next question to you as far as bridging MFTs and master's level with the organization, your organization, right? Not only the networking, but the CEUs. I mean, you guys are providing a lot for the community. I'm just glad that we're getting connected now. Right? So some of the things that I wanted to ask you was, you mentioned earlier about the importance of connecting with other professionals there. How do you see that playing out where the master's level and, the psychologists are all coming together and they're in private practice, right? How do you see the benefits of us all connecting together with therapists in private practice? How is that going to be?
Well, there are a couple ways to come at that question. First, I think it would draw most heavily, I would think, on the power of the personal relationships that get forged professional to professional.
Right.
Our industry is one that is built on trust and it's built on relationships. And there's few of us, either at the master's level or the doctoral, who are typically comfortable with referring out to somebody unless we know that person and we're comfortable with their competencies and the quality of their work. And so I think the relationship between our allied professions is probably best nourished and at its most effective when it takes place on that organic level, professional. And one way to stimulate that is through events like the HOOPLA mixer that we're going to be having to get more of that going on. Having said that, and not every CPA chapter takes the same view of this, but this is a question that we've mulled over at OCPA on more than one occasion as to, for example, do we want to create a membership category for those who are not psychologists but who are in the mental health field more largely? And candidly, there is a mixed bag of opinion on that. At this particular time, we don't offer a membership to those who are not doctoral psychologists or in a doctoral program for psychology, or there's an affiliate membership for those who hold a doctorate in another field but are interested in psychology. For example, MDs, JDs, EdDs, that sort of thing. But apart from a full-fledged membership integration between the master's level fields and psychology, I think we're going to get a lot of mileage by continuing to build these sort of chapter-to-chapter relationships at the local level.
Right.
And that's why I'm really excited about this HOOPLA event, and I hope it becomes the first of many. Perhaps we could turn this into an annual thing, or even possibly more frequently than that. I think that would be spectacular. Yeah. Because at the master's level, there are still tons of people who've been in the field forever and have tremendous training and skill and knowledge, and to say nothing of a referral base. And as I said at the outset, I don't view it as a competition, but just speaking numerically, there are more master's level practitioners than there are doctoral psychologists. It would be in everybody's interest for us to have greater communication and a more well-developed, I think, working relationship, both at the chapter level and then down at the level of individual practitioners in the field. Like all of this that we can possibly stimulate, I'm all for it.
Yeah. And, I totally agree with that, because I think it really enhances the profession of mental health in general, when all the organizations are coming together and they're not arguing, they're not, having, these hierarchy approaches, but, it really enhances all of us, right? And this is not going to be the end where your organization and OC-CAMFT are going to come together and do these networking events, because I think this is a really valuable, especially for the pre-licensed clinicians who are coming up, trying to figure out what to do. Your mentoring program, just thinking about it, I think is going to be very innovative. And I'm a lot of organizations are going to follow suit, because I'm a big proponent of supporting the next generation of clinicians. So I'm excited about that.
I will just standard disclaimer here, this program that we've come up with, we're very excited about it. For the record, we did not invent it. There are some other larger chapters around California who've had something like this in place for a while now. But larger chapters have more resources, more volunteers available, more man hours that they can put into rolling something like this out. So it took us a bit longer to come to the table with this, but it also gave us an opportunity to rely on the lessons learned from our sister chapters as we roll out our program that meets the Orange County need, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the HOOPLA event. And for those of you guys who are watching, I will have the link to this event for you to register. Please meet them. This is going to be just a fun time. So, it's just going to be chill. You're going to be introducing yourself to everyone right when you're there. And for those, yeah, right. So
I can't wait to meet all of you.
Yeah, so for those of you who are really thinking about needing support as a pre-licensed clinician, as a psychologist in private practice, please come out at this HOOPLA, because it's a great way to network with everybody.
Come talk to us. We're happy to help out. Newer folks in the profession are sometimes intimidated mingling with folks who've been around a little bit longer.
Yeah.
If you're one of those folks listening, please don't. We're very warm, empathic, welcoming.
Look at
people. We can't wait to meet you and help you to find your place in this profession. Please let us help you. We're at your disposal.
So, Dr. Nelson, tell us, how do we get a hold of you?
Anyone who wants to contact me directly is welcome to do so. I can be reached by my Gmail accounts. Okay. It's my first initial and last name, snelson101 at Gmail. Or if it's really urgent and you need to reach me directly, my office phone is 949-229-5480.
Okay. And the website?
The website, if you like, for Orange County Psychological Association, is ocpapsych.org. That's ocpapsych.org.
Okay, this is great. And so, again, I'm going to connect the website, your information, and also the link to register for the HOOPLA event coming up. And so, again, thank you.
Do. The registration link, at least as of this moment, is only live on the OC-CAMFT website.
Got it.
I haven't figured out how to mirror that on our website. Okay. We could still be doing that if we wanted to, but at a minimum, we do have the event listed on our calendar at the OCPA website, which provides a link back to OC-CAMFT in order to register folks. I think the instructions are pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, great. If anything, I'll go ahead and send you that link. Again, thank you so much, Dr. Nelson, and thank you so much for coming out and really, networking with us masters levels.
Can't wait to meet all of you, and I have a lot of colleagues who feel the same way.
Awesome. Thank you so much again. Bye-bye.
You're most welcome. Have a great day.